Bismillahirrahmanirrahim. Assalamu alaikum, my dear students. How are you? I hope you're enjoying the best of health. I welcome you in my class, that is English for grade 5. We are learning Unit 2. Its title is The Greatest Reformer. Today's lecture 3, my dear fellow teachers, this lesson plan, PowerPoint presentation, worksheet links are given. You may click it, download it, print it, follow it as it is or modify it for your convenience. I'm going to deliver my lecture according to this lesson plan. Yes, my dear students, under the title of grammar, we'll learn about countable and uncountable nouns, and we'll cover page number 22 of your book. Before this, in English for grade 4, I have already taught you this topic. I hope you remember. If not, you may watch this video again. And today we are going to learn further. We'll recall and demonstrate use of more countable and uncountable nouns. This is our today's SLO. Yes, my dear students, let's start with the name of Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. Allah mentions in Surah Ash-Shura, verse 32, and among his signs are the ships smooth running through the ocean, tall as mountains. Yes, my dear students, this beautiful verse in fact tells us everything around us is a sign of Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala, is a sign of the Creator. And who created ocean? Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. Ships are there. Ships are mentioned in Quran. So we can count ships and we cannot count ocean. The quantity of water in ocean we don't know. So this is what the concept we are going to recall today. First you tell me what are countable nouns and what are uncountable nouns. Pause the video and answer these questions to your teacher. Yes, my dear students, I hope you could recall countable nouns refer to something which we can count. Countable, which can be counted. One picture, one island, 5 trees, anything which we can count. One donut, yummy, yummy olives. We can count olives. But grass, can we count it? No. Water over here, can we count it? No. So one thing which we can count is countable and one thing which we cannot count is not countable. Okay? Not countable is called uncountable, which we cannot count, which we are not able to count is uncountable. One bowl of soup. So we can count ball, but the quantity of soup over here, we don't know. We cannot count it. That's why it's uncountable. And this is ball of cereal. So the quantity of cereal is uncountable. Maybe it's measurable, but it's not countable. Okay? That's why this is called uncountable. Anything which you cannot count. And what does count mean? Which you count in numbers, 1, 2, 3, which is countable. Okay? And what you cannot count, that is uncountable. All right. So let's see what does your book says about it. Open your book on page number 22. Countable nouns. Nouns that can be counted. Nouns that can be counted. And we know what nouns are. Everything around us, people, person, places, anything. Everything is noun. What we can count is countable. Okay? We can count. It is called countable noun. For example, cups, boys, pencils, etc. And what is uncountable? Uncountable nouns? Nouns that cannot be counted. That cannot be counted are called uncountable nouns. And its example is milk, rain, sugar, water, jam. And whenever we want to talk about uncountable noun, how do we talk? We have to use words like a glass of milk. Okay? So this glass is basically the container which is carrying the milk, because milk is uncountable. Okay? A jar of sugar, a jug of water, or a bottle of jam. We cannot use a or an with these nouns. You see, here, milk is uncountable. I cannot say, give me a glass of milk. That is wrong because we know and an refers to one. Okay, so these articles are the article which tells us in numbers 1. But here, milk is uncountable. So, how will I say? Give me a glass. Now, glass is countable. That's why I put A over here. And with milk, I will not use A or N. Do you understand how do we say it? A jar of sugar. Now, jar is countable, a jar, but sugar is not countable. I will not say, give me a jar of sugar. That's wrong. All right. So, a jar of sugar, a jug of water, a bottle of jam. Do you understand the concept of countable and uncountable? Now, the next thing is, if we want to talk about uncountable noun, how will refer their quantity? If I want to inquire about their quantity, I will ask how much. Okay? How much is used to ask about the quantity of uncountable nouns. If I want to ask how much water is there in jug, so it means how much is referring to a noun which is uncountable. All right. So its examples are juice, rice, kindness, patience. Now we know all these nouns are uncountable. And if I want to ask its quantity, how will I talk? How much juice do you drink every day? Now this how much is referring to a noun, that is juice, and juice is uncountable. That's why I say how much. All right. Likewise, how much rice did you eat? Now rice are uncountable. That's why I'm inquiring by using how much. Right? And now if I want to inquire about countable, I will use how many. Okay? How many is used to ask about the quantity of countable nouns. First, I will find out is it countable or uncountable. If it is countable and I want to inquire about it, I will use how many. Okay? Like books. How many books are there in your bag? Shoes. How many pairs of shoes do you have? Right now, I know I can count books. 1, 2, 3. So, countable nouns are being inquired by using how many. Right? As more examples are, how many people did you invite? Now, people means persons. We can count. That's why I'm writing it with how many. Likewise, how many stamps did you buy? Stamps, we can count and I want to inquire about. That's why I say how many stamps. So how many is referring to a countable noun. Do you understand the concept? Good job. So it's your turn. Right? And your turn means it's activity time. What you are supposed to do? What did you eat in the morning? Students, all of you will be asked to draw 2 columns on a paper titled as countable and uncountable nouns, and teacher will tell them to write the names of the food items which they ate in the morning. Students will write the food items in their relevant column. For example, if I ate an egg, so egg is countable, I will write it in countable column, and I took a glass of milk, milk is uncountable, I will write it in uncountable noun, right? So pause the video and enjoy this activity. Yes, my dear students, are you done with it? Good job. And I hope you enjoyed doing it. All right, so it's time to practice from book. On page number 22, you are given 2 questions, 12 and 13. In question 12, you will read and use how much and how many for the relevant countable. How much, uncountable. I mean, how much you will use for uncountable and how many you will use for countable. And read the given sentences, write C for countable and U for uncountable. Now pause the video and enjoy this activity. Yes, my dears. Are you done with it? Good job. Now I'm giving you an activity for your homework. You will observe different items in your kitchen. You will find out which are countable and which are uncountable items in your kitchen. You will share your finding with your family, and then you will write these. After observing different items in your kitchen, you will write countable and uncountable things by making 2 columns in your notebook. This is your homework. And I'm giving you a worksheet. Again, my fellow teachers, this worksheet, lesson plan, PowerPoint presentation, links are given. You may click it, download it, print it, and kindly give a printed worksheet to my students for practice. And students, what you are supposed to do? You will look at these pictures and you will write, find out countable and uncountable nouns. So what we have learned today, we recall the concept of countable and uncountable nouns, and we demonstrated use of more countable and uncountable nouns. So in this way, we achieved our today's SLO, that is to recall and demonstrate use of more countable and uncountable nouns. Are we done with it? Yes. So that's it for today. Tomorrow I'll come again with a very interesting lesson. Till that time, keep learning, keep practicing, take very good care of yourself and the people around you. Thank you and Allah Hafiz.